was conquered. That's the way it works. That's the way it's worked since the beginning of time. Mm-hmm. I get that. Hard feelings, whatever. That's how it happened. But we made treaties, which is also a thing that has happened since the dawn of time.
And they have legal weight.
Numerous treaties.
Well, and we
didn't honor a single one.
We, being the United States, have broken all of them, and there's been no recourse, no repercussions.
When a treaty is broken, that's an act of war.
It is. It really is. And but every time one's broken, it's like, well, fuck it, sorry. How about this slightly more shitty treaty? Mm-hmm. And instead of saying, no, fuck you, we're going to take legal action, the whoever's in charge of the various groups just says, oh, well, I guess.
Because they don't.
No.
But you have to, it takes money to fight legally.
Oh, I bet there are some fucking lawyers that would love the shit out of doing that pro bono.
Well,
because you win a case like that.
Oh, yeah. And you're now.
You never have to look for work again.
You're a legend.
Yeah. Part of the problem is that case. You're fighting the U.S. government.
You're fighting the establishment.
Let me tell you what, the U.S. government...
You're not going to win.
Bullshit. The U.S. government has been beat in court before.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, do you remember back in 2014? I think it was 2014. The Bureau of Land Management tried to take this fucking rancher's, all of his livestock, and there was a group of them that held these agents at bay,
the Bundy guy,
with their firearms. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And the Supreme Court finally, this was I think last year, finally said, hey, no, the government was wrong, because they took them to fucking court. And that guy won a settlement against the U.S. government in recent times. And if it happened once,
it can happen
again.
But it also takes years.
It's not a quick process.
No.
But it can happen. And, oh my God, if you were the lawyer that did that, oh, son of a bitch.
They don't even have...
Like Ross said, you would be a legend.
The reservations don't have proper health care. No. They don't have proper education. They don't have, And then like Amber mentioned when we were talking about the cultural appropriation thing. If you're not brought up on the reservation,
then you're not Indian enough for the Indians, and you're appropriating a culture as everybody else would see it. The problem is, it's almost to the point where if you want to make a life, where you have a decent living, you have to leave the reservation. So the culture is lost. It's a lose-lose. It's like. I just can't even imagine, like, sometimes things seem overwhelming, like, money-wise, when you're just, like, middle class. Can you imagine that level of oppression and how that... I can't wrap my head around it. How you would feel like literally every deck was stacked against you. And,
well, I mean, based on what you and I were talking about this morning, I'm sure we'd have a hard time. Remember, we're struggling.
Oh my God. I'm so glad you brought that up. That was yesterday. I've got to look it up. Y'all talk amongst yourselves while I find this.
Yeah. Talking about, how hard it'd be to live with that kind of oppression that, and all that. She came across this story yesterday that will just blow your mind. I mean, just absolutely blow your mind. And probably piss you off because
it will piss you off.
It has pissed a lot of people off.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Somebody put on Twitter that they posted their budget and they said, I know everybody thinks we got it made, but we are making $350,000 a year and we're still struggling, and here's our budget to prove it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the
hold on, no, let me see it.
No, I'm gonna read it.
She's gonna read it off.
How a family of 4 survives,
just barely.
Okay.
Off of $350,000, living in an expensive metropolitan area. So they're.
Did you say in an expensive?
In an expensive.
Okay.
Yeah. So their annual income is $350,000. Okay. Their monthly breaks down to $29,000. Okay. So after
that must suck.
Yeah. After their 401k contribution, which they've maxed, both of their employer and their taxable income after 401k and all that, they've maxed everything, all their
retirement
things.
stuff. Yeah.
They bring home $18,653 a month.
A month.
Well, motherfuck.
Now, child care for their 2-year-old is $24.50 a month.
That seems over the top.
Preschool for a 4-year-old is $2,000.
No.
Private school.
Yeah,
Private
bullshit.
school.
Where do they live?
It doesn't say. It just says expensive metropolitan area.
Maybe they shouldn't live in an expensive metropolitan area.
Exactly.
Listen to their daily. This is their daily food budget for 4 people. $70 a day. Every day. It costs
Daily.
them $70 a day to feed their family.
Food.
So their food budget for a family of 4 is $2,200.
A month.
Absolutely
A month.
not.
Do they have a kid in daycare and a kid in preschool?
Yeah. So they're not feeding them lunch, breakfast probably.
Granted, it's just 2 of us, but when it was 3, $200 a paycheck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every other week, $200, and that covered dog food,
Yeah.
cat litter, and every
Cleaning
and
supplies.
every
Yeah.
other type of. Food
They
that we had.
put $1,000 a month into their college savings.
So that's not actually
Right.
an expenditure.
Their mortgage is $3,900 a month.
That's ridiculous. That's a $750,000 house. Actually, that's probably closer to
It's
$1
a
million house.
$1.8 million home.
God, they don't need that.
For 4 people.
Because it says the
Yeah.
property tax is $1,800 a month.
Oh, that's yeah.
But okay, their property insurance is the same as ours, so I don't understand how that works. Their property insurance is $130 a month. Ours is like $100, so I don't understand that. Because I sure ain't got none of this other stuff. Their property maintenance is $300. Their utilities
Their
is
property, that must be a homeowners association.
Probably
maybe.
or something. Or,
It doesn't split it out.
Homeowners,
their utilities, electric, water, trash, $425.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah, that's to me low for a house that must be that big, or it's fucking hella fancy.
Yeah.
Because that's lower than my utilities. Life insurance, it's a $2 million term. They pay $170 a month. Umbrella policy,
That's
$38.
reasonable, yeah.
Healthcare, employer subsidized is $850 a month.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of high, but you know.
Baby items, diapers, toys, crib, stroller.
You don't buy a crib every month or a stroller.
But they spend on kid items. They spend $350 a month.
All right.
So they put $650 a month into their vacation fund, which is
Oh, fuck them.
Vacation fund.
so $8,000 a year in their vacation fund. 2 destinations, 1 staycation, 3 weeks a year.
Oh,
My
fuck off.
God.
Entertainment budget is $500 a month.
Fuck off.
Their car payment is a Toyota Highlander, and it's $380 a month.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, their car insurance and maintenance is $200. Their gas is $250.
The fuck kind of maintenance are they doing every month that's...
I don't know. Their mobile phones is $150. That's nothing.
Okay, yeah.
Clothes for $4. It says Old Navy, not Gucci, by the way.
Oh my God.
They get new clothes every fucking month?
$400 of it.
Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
Personal care products are
They
$100.
throw that shit away after they wear it.
They give $300 a month to charities.
Okay.
They have their student loan debt is $0.
Oh, that must be nice.
He paid off $50,000 at 30 years. He says.
That's where all of my money goes, because I've got $100,000 in student loans.
They're saying that after that's their expenses, that they have $121 left a month.
I don't feel sorry for a motherfucker that's got
No.
3 vacations a year.
And a $1.8 million home.
I don't feel sorry for a
And
motherfucker that's got...
a $2,200 food budget for the month.
Yeah, they got...
You had a lot of shit in there.
God.
They've got an almost $2 million home.
Yeah.
They're putting $6,000 a year back for vacations. They're maxing out.
Yeah, they're really struggling.
They're struggling.
They're maxing out both of their retirements.
They said
and they're putting $1,000 a month into a college fund.
So the relevant cities are like San Francisco, New York City, Boston, LA, San Diego, Seattle, DC, Boston, Miami, Denver, Vancouver, and Toronto. So these are the biggest cities, but still, I mean,
It ain't that expensive in Denver.
these people aren't struggling. They have all their needs.
No,
their
they're-
wants met, and they still.
They're faultily prioritizing, and $500 a month for entertainment. What the fuck?
I hope they're entertained. I'm still about the food budget. What do these motherfuckers eat?
I mean, we
Steak and lobster.
our fucking food budget, hand to God, is probably $400 a month.
I don't see how you could spend. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, y'all. I used to feed like 8, 9 people a day, and my food budget was never that much.
Right.
Never twice. It was never half of that. That just to me the whole how we can see we're struggling, we're just barely getting along, just like you motherfuckers. I'm like, what the fuck?
Eat dicks. No, the fuck you're not.
Ross and I were like, okay, but yeah, so that's been blowing up on Twitter, and people are like, okay.
You want to talk to me? I pay more in student loans than I pay on this fucking house.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt it. I know your student loan debt is
Stupid. It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, can you just imagine? Forget about the $350 a year. When she broke it down after taxes and everything, and $18,000 a month, you get paid what, twice a month?
Oh, well, every other Friday, yeah.
So, can you imagine a $9,000 payday? I mean, good God, people.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
I'm reading some of the responses
talk
on
about
Twitter.
hell, your student loans be gone like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the one guy said, okay, $400 on clothes, $500 on entertainment, $70 a day on food, and 2 vacation trips a year. They're not struggling; they're just spending their money. I mean, you don't have to pay extra towards the principal on your mortgage, so that's an extra $2,000 a month discretionary.
Yeah, you don't have to go on 3 vacations a year.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to put $1,000 every single motherfucking month in a college fund.
Who is spending $400 a month on clothes and $70 a day on food?
This is why we hate y'all. Y'all not struggling. Y'all spoiled.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, that's ridiculous. You've got somebody living like that
Yeah.
in America. Mm-hmm. And the people that we took America from are living like they
and
live
like
on
this
the
person
reservation.
said, I'm losing it over this. $400 is like legitimately my whole Christmas bonus budget. You have to have a pretty warped sense of reality to feel like $400 a month at Old Navy
It's
for a
struggling.
2-year-old and a 4-year-old and 2 adults is being thrifty.
God.
Man, I don't know that I've bought $400.
Old Navy, not Gucci, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've bought $400 in new clothes for me this year.
I know.
Well, I don't know. I did buy that $80
Okay, and this
jacket.
person goes, and I'm not buying it for a minute, that the kind of people who are cool with dropping $25,000 a year on nursery school are shopping at Old Navy. Okay, she's got a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's... Yeah.
They're not shopping at the Target.
No. They're not being thrifty.
Yeah. So she goes, poor them. We should start a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
The bitch of it is that's the type of bullshit that someone that you know, they would start a GoFundMe and have millions of dollars in it.
Because greed, just like that dude before, he was already rich, but it wasn't enough. You know, there's a point where you're never satisfied.
Yeah. It makes me want to fucking find who they are and punch them in the... It makes me want to flatten the tires on their Toyota Highlander. That's what it makes me
Well,
want to do.
I just feel bad that they couldn't afford the Range Rover.
Well, they could have, but they would have had to skip on one of the vacations.
Oh, yeah, and that seems unreasonable.
I think so. I think so.
And somehow I don't feel like these vacations are like weekend getaways
No,
where they
probably
stay
not.
at a little Airbnb and might go out to eat once. I don't think it's like that.
No, I'm
No.
sure it's. I'm sure it's to a
All
destination resort.
inclusive,
Yeah.
exclusive, whatever.
Fucking shit. It is.
This person put, and all I can think is like, how many times have I canceled Hulu for a month?
Yep.
Speaking of Hulu, have you noticed the Huluween?
No.
Okay.
They've got one on Hulu
So
too.
if you go to Hulu,
Yeah, because she said on Hulu.
Well, I know, but they've got one on Netflix, so I didn't know there was one
So-
on
Oh, I didn't know there was one
you know,
on
on top
Netflix.
it's got like live, your favorite channels. If you keep going across, you'll see the Hulu thing, and it'll give some suggestions. And you go all the way down to the bottom and hit more or whatever, and then it has all the different categories like Hulu originals and movies, and TV shows.
I'll have to check that out. On Netflix, the October category is Netflix and Chills.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
And so Ross and I have been hitting the Netflix and Chills, so I'll have to check out the Huluween.
I'm kind of hoping we could hit the Netflix and chills a couple of times.
Not the same. Chill.
Is it not the? That's what I. But if it's more than one, it's plural and it adds the S.
No. Damn. Chills like
So I can
goosebumps.
scare you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'd be like, yeah, we can watch a couple movies. All
we watch more than one.
right.
All right.
I think we got this one done. Any final thoughts?
No, just enjoy Halloween. It's a beautiful time of the year.
Yes.
Send me scary stories and ghost stories.
And if you make $350,000 a year, don't
Shut the hell up.
Don't you dare